public service institution plays a vital role in the governance and socio-economic development of any nation, while the public service plays a vibrant role in the execution of the policies and programs of the government. They also deliver a wide range of programs and services that support the work of the government at the federal, state, and local government areas in the running of government affairs at these levels. No government can function effectively without the commitment of individuals who make up the civil service. Little wonder that the United Nations set aside June 23 of every year to appreciate and recognize the valued services rendered by the public servants and their impact as a partner in democracy and governance in the global community. In Ogun State, the Public and Civil Service celebrated the 2022 Public Service Week with a 3-day program to commemorate the event. The Ogun State Governor, Prince NTA Abeokuta, speaking at the grand finale of the 2022 Public Service Day lecture titled Performance Management System Impact on Productivity at the Obas Complex, NTA Abeokuta, emphasized the programs of his administration for the state public service.
Administration from the onset has continued to recognize the importance and strategic role of our public servants in the successful implementation of our various development programs and projects. That is why we have continued to invest so much in the welfare of the workers, including the payment of salaries, provision of housing, facilities, capacity development, training and retraining, and upward review of other emoluments, to name a few. These we have done and continue to do in spite of the various parallel states of the economy and dwindling resources.
Governor Abeokuta spoke glowingly about the choice of the theme of the celebration.
The theme of today's 2022 Public Service Day, which is entrenching good governance in a changing world, the place of the public service could not have been more apt. The Ogun State Public Service has a legacy of excellence inherited from our forebears. As an administration, we are proud to have the public service as the engine room of government, and we will do all that is necessary to keep our public service up there among the best, not just only in Nigeria, but elsewhere in the world. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is for these and other reasons that we are resolutely committed to continued prompt payment of monthly salaries of workers, as well as pension of the retirees in the state.
Prince NTA Abeokuta revealed the efforts of his administration at ensuring a better civil service.
In our efforts to ensure that Ogun State continues to be a reference point in the Committee of Civil Service in Nigeria, we will continue to provide the necessary ambience for the development of the entire workforce in our employ. As part of the fulfillment of our promises, funds are being released from time to time to facilitate training and retraining of workers to further enhance productivity and improve service delivery in our ministries, departments, agencies, as a trained mind is a sound worker. My fellow Ogun State workers, to further underpin our commitment to the provision of qualitative healthcare services for Ogun State workers, we are working assiduously on the implementation of policies and programs to enhance the health welfare package for our workers. This will enable them to access the health insurance scheme at affordable means. We have allocated an ultra-modern office for the health insurance agency and enjoying our workers to manage their health very well by keeping fit and maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
He promised not to renege on his administration's promises to the public servants.
I would like to reassure all our public servants that we will keep our promises to them, because we are a promise-keeping administration. As I often say, we do not and will not promise to do everything, but we will surely do everything we promise. On your part, I urge you to continue to put in your best in the service of our dear state as we strive to build the Ogun State of our collective dreams together.
The guest lecturer of the day, Mr. Alex Taiwo, a former general manager at the Ogun State Broadcasting Corporation and a human resources expert, speaking on the theme, took time to explain the concept of performance management function to the audience.
What is performance management? It is a tool of management to ensure that employees' activities, our activities, and outputs are in line with the wider business objective. That means public servants, their activities and outputs, and the result thereof will be in line with the wider business objectives of government.
Mr. Taiwo explained the importance and purpose of performance management to the civil servants.
At the heart of performance management system is about helping employees at their best. It means providing the platform for employee to perform. It's also making the organization profitable and productive. A research finding collaborated over and over again. It shows that employees who receive regular feedback on their strengths are on the average 8.9% more profitable and more productive.
The guest lecturer appraised the benefits embedded in performance management system and its impact on productivity.
Performance management highlights training needs. Training will not be because man knows man. Training will be in terms of what does the organization need. This individual, what does he need to perform at an excellent level? It helps to understand the skill sets of employees. It helps to identify training needs for employees' roles. Regular reviews can help to identify any shortcoming or future training requirements. Boost the morale of staff. Everyone likes being told they are doing well or they are doing a good job. Performance review sessions provide the perfect setting to formalize this and to document praise. Happy employees are productive employees. A research finding states that and suggests that 69% of employees say that they will work harder if they felt that their efforts were being recognized. Meaning that no longer is paycheck enough recognition, but regular feedback, regular reviews are key to maintaining employee morale.
Earlier, the chief host and head of service, Dr. Nafiu Aigoro, in his welcome address, charged the public servants to take the advantage of the Public Service Day to appraise their effectiveness and efficiency in the discharge of their duties.
I charge all of us to reciprocate the good and kind gestures of His Excellency, but be more dedicated to our duties and ensure the continued development of the Ogun State public service in general. In particular, I charge all of us to take advantage of this year's Public Service Day to reappraise our effectiveness and efficiency at duties and raising the bar of excellent legacy that Ogun State Public Service is known for. As the proud inheritors of excellent legacies, we cannot drop the ball at any time, but improve our professionalism at all times.
He commended the public servants for their doggedness and resilience, describing them as bridge builders.
I commend all public servants who are the bridge builders between the government and the governed. You have continued to play a pivotal role in the entrenchment of good governance for the realization of the present administration building our future together. Your efforts are worthy of note. I hereby salute your courage, efficiency, effectiveness, and productivity toward the development of our state. Let me use the opportunity of this great occasion to express my utmost gratitude to our amiable Governor, His Excellency, President Abeokuta, for its commitment toward the efficient service delivery and development of the state public service.
In their separate goodwill messages at the occasion, the Honorable Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Olakunle Oluomo, and a former secretary to the government and former head of service, Prince Babatunde Oshokoya, eulogized the Ogun State public servants and commended the government for promoting a healthy civil service.
I want to congratulate the workforce in Ogun State for these auspicious days. And I want to say here that we are proud of you people. I have the privilege of going across the country for one thing or the other, especially when conference of speakers are meeting in other states. I know what the civil service looks in those days. And when I put my yardstick and measure the two together, I'm always proud of the Ogun State public service.
We want to thank His Excellency the Governor for what he's doing, not only for serving officers, but also for those of us who are on the reserve. We get our salaries and pensions early and regularly, barring whatever. And the civil service is being well taken care of. We want to thank you, Your Excellency, for what you have been able to do in spite of the financial situations of the government.
The governor, later in appreciation of his presentation, presented a plaque to the guest lecturer of the day.
I present this plaque to you in commemoration of today's year 2022 public service celebration.
As part of the celebration, Know Your Health Status diagnostic programs was held at the arcade ground and was declared open by the head of service, Dr. Nafiu Aigoro, who appreciated the Prince Dapo Abiodun-led administration for ensuring that the public and civil servants are in good state of health, which will in turn enhance their productivity.
My message to all of us has been that we take our health in our hand. We should not take this yearly event just like that, but it's an opportunity to reflect on how we've been taking care of our health the past year. We are only sensitizing each other about our health. Let's take our health in our hand. Already we have the vaccination going on there. You should mention it, it's so close by. And we also have voluntary testing. Those, if you are ready to have your little viral screening done, that's your HIV status, we have it there. Once again, on behalf of all of us, the public servant, we want to thank and appreciate His Excellency Prince Dr. Dapo Abiodun MFR for approving the celebration of year 2022 Public Service Day. And to the glory of God and benefit of all of us, the public servants, I hereby declare this session open. Thank you very much.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Tommy Coker, explained that there are different stages of healthcare, adding that good diet is necessary for healthy living. She urged the public servants to subscribe to the basic health insurance introduced by the present administration for easy access to healthcare services.
There are different stages of healthcare. There is the, prevention. There is the early detection. There's the treatment and the terminal stage. So, we don't have to wait for the curative. We don't have to wait to, I missed that one, health promotion before prevention. Health promotion is exercise, eating well. Sometimes when what we put in front of us, including myself, it's detrimental to our health. So we have to be consciously choose what we put in our mouth to ensure that, the commonest cause of cancer and every ailment, guess what it is? Obesity. So when you're looking for hypertension, diabetes, cancer, any ailment is obesity. My own message is prevention is better than cure. We have the health insurance. I know the union has said don't, but you have the liberty to do your individual one. How much is it? 12,000 a year. The health insurance will give you free blood pressure check twice a year. You get your diabetes check free. You get your cervical smear test free. You get your prostate check free. You get there's about 350 diseases that can be treated if you go to your PHC, and it is free on that 12,000 naira a year. So if the union doesn't want to do it, His Excellency has invested. We're renovating our PHCs. We're putting doctors there. We've employed about 20 doctors. We're about to employ another 64 to make sure that we have doctors in our PHCs when you go there. So for me, it will sadden my heart to find out that any civil servant actually dies of a preventable disease. I will feel I've failed you. So please work with me. If you have questions, come to Ministry of Health, come to HMB, we'll answer your questions. And if you want to sign up for the insurance, go to Ogshia, OGSHIA.com, and they would, you would get information. Otherwise, the office is next to the immigration office.
The Permanent Secretary in the Bureau of Establishment and Training, Mrs. Lydia Fajombo, in a welcome address said the essence of Know Your Status diagnostic program is to ensure a healthy public service as well as improve their productivity.
You will all agree with me that it is only a healthy public servant that can contribute meaningfully to the development of the service and the state at large. Hence the need to organize this program. Normally, when we celebrate the Public Service Day in Ogun State, a day is set aside for to check our health, which we title Know Your Health Status. We must appreciate our head of service, because he's a medical doctor. He's so passionate about the health of the civil servant. It is free of charge. Let us give it to His Excellency Prince Dr. Abeokuta, MFR, for giving us this opportunity.
Delivering a health talk, Dr. Mrs. Temitope Yomibo Shofolahon, a consultant family physician at the Olikoye Ransom Kuti Hospital, Ashero, Abeokuta, sensitized the public servants on the non-communicable diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, and cancer, admonishing public servants to take good care of their health.
Can somebody be actually healthy? Can we have that total completeness of health? And the answer may just be a yes. So we have to take responsibility. I have come to tell us that we have to be more conscious about our self-care. Self-care just means taking responsibility about your physical, about your mental, about your emotional well-being, taking responsibility of your health. Times without number, I've heard people tell me that they said I have BP. They said I have BP. Of course, you have to have BP now. Yes, because you are alive. So everybody that is alive has to have a blood pressure recording. Because when it gets to that stage, when your blood pressure or when somebody's blood pressure becomes unrecordable, that person is about taking a bow. That person is about exiting. So all of us here, we have blood pressure, Abi? Yes, so we all have blood pressure because we are alive. But of course, when that blood pressure reading becomes persistently high, please mark my words, when it becomes what? Persistently high, above a particular range, that means we have a reference range. we have a figure that we look at, that we use to measure that blood pressure. So when it becomes persistently high, we say that individual has elevated blood pressure. That person has high blood pressure. So the word or the medical term that we now use to describe that is what? Hypertension.
Some permanent secretaries at the event bore their minds on the Know Your Health status.
Yes, the importance of health, not just for public servants, for any workforce, right? If you are healthy, if your workforce is healthy, productivity is better, your income will be better, it will improve. But if they are not healthy, you will spend money making them, treating them, they will not come to work, so you lose money. So it is important that you think ahead and make sure that you prevent loss of revenue. And that is what the government has done for us, to make sure that we are able to stay healthy, remain healthy and sustain healthy lifestyle.
Well, Public Service Day is very, very important. It's an occasion to reinvent the service as laid down by the founding fathers. And what are those watchwords? Dedication, discipline, commitment, obedience to the rules. That is the way to go.
A novelty football competition between the mainstream and the parastatals and other agencies took place at NTA Abeokuta International Stadium, Kuto, Abeokuta, was officially kicked off by the Deputy Governor, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, where the mainstream female team defeated their counterpart from other agencies, while the male team of the mainstream equally defeated their counterpart to cut away the trophy. Giant Strides crew caught up with the immediate past head of service, Alaja Selimot Otsun, and some retired permanent secretaries at the grand finale, and they congratulated the civil servants.
We civil servants, we are goal-getters. I want to advise civil servants that we should focus on that too. We should not, what people saying outside affects our performance. We should continue to showcase what we have, our dedication, and more so that we are Ogun State and we have everything to take as civil servants. I want Ogun State civil servants to continue to show what they have and to be more committed. By the grace of God, everything will be okay.
I would like to join my colleagues in congratulating the civil servants in Ogun State for the 2022 Public Service Day that we are celebrating. And I would like to enjoin them to continue putting their best in the service of the state so that the state will continue to be a reference point in civil service matters in Nigeria.
I congratulate every one of us that are civil servants in Ogun State, and I want to say that having been able to celebrate today is not by our power nor might, but by the special grace of God.
It has been so wonderful to this moment, and I pray that God will continue to unite the civil service under the leadership of our principals, His Excellency Prince Dr. Abeokuta MFR.
Indeed, the 2022 Public Service Day has come and gone, but the memory will linger on as the workers are well equipped to forge ahead and work tirelessly to build on the legacy of the founding fathers of the public service.